Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review, and next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends series X-Men House of X Tri-Sentinel Build-A-Figure Wave. This is Magneto, and you can see we got Magneto and Krakoan down there. Side artwork of Magneto looking very cool. Looking at the back of the package, we have the same artwork of Magneto there. His bio reads, Magneto forges an unlikely partnership with Xavier in pursuit of a lofty common goal, the protection of all mutants. Here we have the entire wave. We have the Theta Sentinel Build-A-Figure there, or Tri-Sentinel. We are on Magneto. Next up will be Cyclops, and we will round out this wave. This wave is now officially, street date is lifted. It is March 1st, so a lot of Target stores have been getting in probably only one case at a time, probably only one right now, so you may be able to find this wave. So good luck out there on your hunt. So Target's street date, if it's not out on the floor or on the pegs, it's likely in the back because it would put it back there because of the street date. And of course, they never just go back and take it out because they remember the street date. It's just one of those things. You go in there, you ask, maybe they got it. Take a look at those touchscreen scanners to find out. I'm sorry, I don't have the DPCI, but you can go to my Instagram and get the UPCs and scan those on there. But let's get them opened up. Okay, so here we have the Magneto figure out of the package. I actually thought this figure was going to be the same exact figure from the two previous Magnetos that we got, which was this one, which wave was this Magneto in? Was this Caliban or was this Apocalypse? You guys let me know down in the comments below, because I off the top of my head, I can't remember. And then the Family Matters exclusive 3-pack, the Amazon exclusive, which I think I just said. I'm late. I'm losing my mind. So I thought this was going to be the same exact Magneto, but there are some slight differences. Not a lot, but there are some differences, so we will actually talk about that here pretty soon. I want to talk about the accessory. So he comes with 3 different heads for the Theta Sentinel, or as the Legends packaging calls it, the Tri-Sentinel. As you can see there, these heads are all the same, and they look really cool. I really like the way the neck looks there. It's on a ball joint, so I think you can kind of move it around. Not so much. I guess you could just kind of swivel it. So that's kind of interesting. It's on there's a ball joint there to pop it into the torso, so that'll be interesting. But there are 3 heads, and they are the exact same. There's no difference to them whatsoever. As I try and balance and hold all 3. So they are all the exact same. So we'll throw those off in the pile over there. He comes with 2 pairs of interchangeable hands. So out of the package, he has 2 open holding hands. We also get these wide open hands, these gesturing hands there. So if he's using his magnetic powers, you know, he could do that. And then he also comes with fists, and these are just all done in all white plastic. So those look pretty good. So there is the Magneto. Let's get in for a closer look at him. Okay, so here's an up-close look at the Magneto. So we get a different color scheme compared to the previous Magneto figures that we've gotten. You know, his classic red and purple. We've had a black and red version. So here we now have the white suit version from the more modern comics of the House of X storyline, which this entire wave has been themed upon. But you guys, I'm sure, already know this. Anyway, it looks pretty good. So we have the silver helmet with the white outline, and luckily mine doesn't look too bad, but you could tell where there'd be some issues in some places where this white paint over the silver might look bad. Now this portion right here, these little horns part, that's actually like a separate piece glued on there, so that's why it's a different color of white, a different shade than that outline on the helmet. We get the silver paint here for the cape. That looks pretty good. The biggest difference on this guy from the body of this Magneto versus the other ones is we get these arms here. These are different forearms. With these gauntlet pieces that are done in a nice silver color that is not the same as the previous 2 Magnetos, and those 2 actually had different forearms of each of them. And then here we have different lower legs. So the black and red had a booted leg, the red and purple had kind of a boot leg to it, but it is a different design. So here we just have the kind of that standard Spider UK body mold, lower legs there. And that's really the only difference. At first I was thinking, wait, this is a different body mold, but it's not. And I even on like the red and purple one, I think I had gotten confused when I had done the review. But it is the Spider UK mold, which is not a bad one. I didn't care for it on that particular figure, but on that Vibranium Energy Walmart exclusive Black Panther, I really did kind of start to like the body mold. But anyway, this head sculpt with the helmet, this is the same from the Family Matters 3-pack. It is just done in this different color scheme. And then one thing to note is I believe this belt might be new. I thought it might be Cyclops' belt from one of the previous releases of him, but it looks like a new one. We've got pouches, and it looks like those pouches, ooh, as I drop Magneto, kind of go all the way around, so that is pretty cool. But the line work, the black paint, that looks pretty clean throughout the back of the figure, so I can't really complain there. Let's pop the head off real quick. Remove the cape. As you can see, it's just ports right on into the back of the figure. And looking at the back of the figure, we see there, but those black lines are actually done nice, crisp, clean. So, wow. Usually with that kind of thing, you can see some spots where they don't really do too well, but here it looks like it's all applied pretty cleanly. One thing is, it looks like those line up quite nicely. Here it doesn't line up as nicely, but very, very, very minor. So there we go. Ooh. There's the Magneto. Well, let's zoom out for his articulation. Okay, so for Magneto's articulation, it gets really tricky because he's very back heavy because of the cape. So it's kind of tricky getting him to stand, and then the cape really gets in the way and hinders some articulation. But he can look down that much. He can look up that much there, which is actually pretty good. The cape does not get in the way there. You get the full rotation, of course. You get minor little pivot. You can get the shoulder to go up that high, and you kind of have to push the cape out of the way because this cape design really rests over his shoulders, so it kind of throws it off. You can get a full rotation in there, but because of the cape, obviously I can't show you guys that. You have an upper bicep swivel there. You get a double jointed elbow, which only gives you so much bend because that arm gauntlet, or I guess wrist gauntlet, really hits his bicep, so you're not going to get a whole lot more than that wrist swivel. And they do hinge, like with his open hands, we actually have a roll of the dice motion, that vertical hinge as opposed to the horizontal hinge. His ab crunch, he can crunch forward that much, which is pretty good. Back, he can do it back somewhat, but because of the cape, you're going to really hinder that articulation. He does have a waist swivel there. The belt does not get in the way. You just kind of have to move it down a little bit. His legs go out that far apart. He can't kick forward that high, which is really, really good. He has an upper thigh cut there. You get a double jointed knee. Is that all you get on that knee? That can't be right. Aye, that's it on the knee. Is that really right? I feel like something's wrong with that. So I guess that's it for the double jointed knee. I'm gonna have to test that out with another one. You have a calf swivel there. Foot hinges all the way down. You get some hinge going up, ankle pivot, peg holes at the bottom of the feet, and he has regular feet, not booted feet like the other two previous Magneto figures. So there is his articulation. Again, it's kind of tricky getting him to stand, as I get him to stand perfectly on the first try. Earlier I was having all kinds of problems because of the cape, but there you have it. So let's see him next to all the other Magnetos. Okay, so there are the Magnetos together. There is one other one that released in the Jubilee Build-A-Figure wave that was exclusive to Toys R Us. It's really an outdated figure, not the best of body mold, so we'll stick with these three here. I do need to make a correction, and I'm sure I'll have lots of comments already at this point. But that helmet is not the same as the other one from the Family Matters 3-pack. I believe the face is the same. The helmet actually is a new design, so my fault. It is a new one. I double checked. It is not the same as this one. This helmet has a little bit more flair to the purple lines, outlines, and everything. So this is a new helmet, not the same one that we got before. So it is different. So my bad, folks. My bad. But anyway, looking at the Magnetos, I don't know why, but this black and red one still is my favorite of the three. And I think it's because I like the cape a little bit more. It's smaller. It's not as back heavy. He can stand much easier than these two. So it's just the bulkiness of the cape. I think that's really my only issue. And as far as why I think I like that one more, it's kind of weird. I kind of like the boots on that one too. But classic one is great, and I do like it more than this white one. But this white one's cool. It's interesting. You know, we're getting multiple Magneto figures. Who knows if we will get an Age of Apocalypse Magneto figure. If anything, it'd be pretty cool if we saw something like Hasbro throw in a Magneto head sculpt to go with another figure, and then you could always just pop it on that Magneto if that's something that you wanted to do. That would be pretty interesting and pretty cool. But, you know, who knows how that'll work. Who knows if we're even getting an Age of Apocalypse Wave 2. I think I'm kind of getting ahead of myself there. But We have the 3 Magnetos. Again, same body, different forearms, different lower legs and feet. Cape is the same from the Family Matters 3-pack. Okay, and here we have Charles Xavier and Magneto together, the House of X, enemies, friends, working together here in the House of X storyline. So big deal there. So that is pretty cool seeing them next to each other. And we'll take a look at the rest of the figures in the wave. We have the Omega Sentinel. We have Marvel Girl, Jean Grey. Hopefully she can stand. I don't want to knock over all these damn figures. We have Wolverine. Don't fall. And we have Moira McTaggart. Ooh, this is the one I'm worried about falling. Oh, look at that. So here we have the 6 figures in the wave so far that I have reviewed. You guys let me know what you guys think of this Magneto figure. Which is your favorite? Are you picking this one up? Or are you passing on it? Let me know in the comments below. If you guys like this video, do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.